One other thing is, what if I don't want to start a business? We get that one a lot. I want to do this with my family. I want to do this with my church. I have a dream to start a nonprofit. That is a-okay.
Yeah.
Again, however the Lord is calling you to use these tools, do it. Go after it. We're going to bless you in that. Again, just like I was sharing a little bit yesterday, I would not also in the same breath, I would not limit the Lord of what he wants to do in and through you. There have been so many people have come in who have thought they were going to start a business, but instead are starting prison ministries or starting homeless ministries or starting something completely different. And then many people who come in who have no thought to start a business, and the Lord calls them to it. Okay, so I would just invite you to stay open to what the Lord has for you, what he's inviting you into, because his plans, his dreams are better than we can ever imagine. And I want to call up, let's see if Dr. Marella is still here with us. There we go. Hi.
Hey, Dr. Marella.
Just to hear a little of your journey as well, Dr. Marella. I know you came in wanting to start a business, but would love to hear just what has your process been like? What was that? I love seeing what background you guys all have. I'm always surprised. Beautiful, but yeah, would love to hear a little of your journey as well on the certification program.
Yes. Hi, guys. Hi, Elise. Hi, Tarak. Hi, everybody. It's so wonderful just to be here to talk about this amazing program. Yes, amazing. That's my sister friend, Stacy. I love her. We've been on this journey together. When I came into PHH, it was an answer to prayer. Honestly, it really was. I was in the process of rebuilding, or God rebuilding my life. I had so many losses. Mainly both my parents died within 60 days of each other in 2019. And I found myself a lost pastor's kid, feeling rejected, abandoned, disillusioned about life. It had not gone my way. And I was gifted a heart healing session. I'd never heard of heart healing before, was gifted a session. And I was like, wait, what is this? What is this? I'm an intercessor, never heard of this. And I paid for more sessions. And in the process, I said, Lord, I feel like I can do this. This is something I want to do. And I got my doctorate degree in clinical psychology, but the Lord had closed the doors. I knew it was the Lord that closed the doors. No one can tell me the Lord didn't close the doors for licensure. And so I was like, okay, Lord, I got this big degree, and life is happening. Like, I know I'm called to help people. What do you want me to do? Fast forward, had this heart healing session and paid for more sessions, and saw what the Lord was doing in my heart with grief. And a friend of mine had encouraged me to take some basic training in another modality, but they didn't have the business component. So here I felt this call, like, I know I want to do this. I want to share it with people. How do I do this? I knew God was rebuilding my life. And there was Elise on Instagram. There she was. And I was like, wait, what? What is she saying? How to build a business? And it was just perfect timing for me. It really was that call out to me of, she was saying things like, you can build a business from home, and, you can do this as a ministry. So I felt like with God closing the doors, just the clarity I've gotten, it was God redirecting me back to ministry, because I was that PK that was saying, let me go on out into, there's enough family members in ministry. I want to do something else. And so God was really calling me to ministry, but it was really businessry. And that word I picked up from Elisa's book. If you don't have it, get the book. And so that businessry really spoke to me. And I took the invitation. The first day, I knew I was in the right place. All of the things that were shared just spoke to my heart. I felt my heart. It was kind of like that I don't want to get too churchy, but like that Mary and Elizabeth moment where your baby is leaping, and it's like, yes, this is the right thing for me. The other thing that I faced was like, how am I going to pay for it? Because I had no job. I was in the midst of probate. Things had been held up, and I was like, okay, Lord, if they could just release my money, I know I have money coming. Just release my money, Lord. And it just seemingly, was a little struggle there. But by the time the 3-day had finished, the Lord had, I don't want to get emotional. but the Lord had released the money that I needed. And I knew it was for me to take this opportunity, jump in. And that was a year ago. It was a year ago that I started, and just to see how the Lord has just brought me forward. So I came in with the business, wanting to start the business, but I got a whole lot more than that. I got way more, just to, as a pastor's kid and not really have your own identity. That my identity had been tethered with my parents. But to come in and just have that your identity, just the clarity on your life's purpose and what God has for you and that you belong to him. I didn't have that before. I'm not going to say my age, but I'm a senior. And I just did not have that before. And to have the Lord just love on me through the program and to have this as a skill and to go for it and to launch, but to know more than ever that what he's called me to do, what he's done in my life, it's just amazing and powerful. So yeah,
Mm.
I don't want to talk too long.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. That's
Yeah.
such a beautiful story
Yeah.
about whenever we just rub our shoulders against our Father, God, like God knows our needs. And he knows our needs to be able to create an income. And he knows our needs even behind layered all the way back there to where, we love our family and we
Yes.
have connection with our family. And so, I think it's like what what's important to me in terms of like inner healing as a service is that, guys, in the midst of you understanding, quote unquote, and I say this as a quote, when you start to understand the service or the service provider, which is God, he's only going to transform you like if you threw a raw piece of meat on a grill. Like it's going to transform every part of you. And the neat thing is now, whenever we implement strategy into how we offer it, guys, you get to just build a business the way God wants to build it. And he's going to be with you right there along the way. And he's going to know the parts where you feel like you're afraid of risk and the parts where you feel like you're avoidant of responsibility. And I'm just blown away at the story right now because it's like that is our God. Like
Absolutely.
like we we're
Absolutely.
covenant.
Can I
Go.
say one more thing?
Yeah.
Just the prophetic part. I have to share this part because when I jumped in and I saw Elise, I knew it was prophetic heart healing. I don't
Yeah.
know in my head that I thought I was going to leave prophetic over there.
Keep that part
I
off.
was so focused on heart healing. I was like, I'm gonna leave the prophetic over there. And I say that because I do come from a very prophetic family
Yeah.
and other prophetic ministries. And I had a heart wound in that area. And I want to share that because I was like, no, I'm not, I know God does speak through me, but no, I'm not trying to do that. It was just so much, just needing some healing in that area. So when the Lord began to heal me, and then give me that perspective to desire the gift of prophecy and how to prophesy from the Father's heart, strengthening, encouraging, and comforting. It has changed my life. It
Yeah.
is every conversation now that the Lord speaks to me. I knew I heard him, but to get him showing me pictures, like that is just amazing. So I had to add that piece on because that
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely was I didn't know I was gonna buy into that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Dr. Marcella,
Mm.
I love that you're sharing, you came in even to start a business. You came in knowing this is what I want to do,
Yeah.
and the Lord encountered you in a whole nother way.
Yeah.
And, that's my story as well. I mean, minus I didn't know I want to start a business,
Mm.
but I came in, okay, I want to help other people. And it was like, boom, the Lord just healed my heart,
Mhm.
and it became so personal and so deep. And when you encounter Jesus for yourself, when you experience this for yourself, it just grows your hunger to want to help other people as well. And so I love that you hit on that because, I think that's one of my favorite Jehovah's sneaky things about the Lord in this program is that he's like, okay, we'll help other people heal, but really I'm going to just love attack you along the way, and heal you and all of that. So thank you for sharing, Dr. Marshall. Such a powerful testimony. And yeah, is this encouraging, guys? It's always helpful to me, hearing people who've gone through the program,
Yeah.
in making decisions like this, that there's other people that have gone on these journeys and had the same questions, dealt with the same things. But again, we want to invite arms or link arms with you and invite you into the program. So